All right, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is. It is interview time, and we got the one, the only. We got San Diego, California's own. We got Perry B right here live on the line from Canada all the way to California. How you doing tonight, Perry?
That part, thank you. I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
I gotta say, man, I'm doing great down here in Canada, man. Just trying to deal with this
Yeah.
cold weather. You know what I mean? It's crazy down here.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that.
Man, I was chopping it up with our mutual friend Trey Boogie. Man, he was saying that it was 75 degrees down there in California today. Man, I gotta say, I'm jealous, bro.
I mean, it's been super sunny, so I can't complain.
Hey, man, you know, we can trade some of the snow, man. You know, you can give us some of the palm trees in the hot weather. You can take some of the snow for a little minute.
All right. I mean, I'll contemplate that. I contemplate that. 'Cause I like the sunshine, man, but I ain't tripping off the cold.
But I gotta ask you, man, like, you know, taking you back to the beginning of your musical career, man, like, what actually inspired the career of Perry B?
What inspired me, man? I wanted to tell my story. You know, I always grew up around music. My dad was a musician growing up. You know, my grandpa played every instrument that you could think about. So I was very musically inclined, and I just always been around it. I always liked it, you know. But I got serious, you know, growing up and going through things, and it was just like that was like my therapy was writing out my feelings. So sooner or later, they started rhyming, and then I was able to start putting things together.
Hey, man, you know what I gotta say, man? You were a very talented artist at that, man. So you know what? I'm gonna make sure that people down here in Canada know who you are come the end of this interview.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
And also, man, in 2016, man, I noticed there that you actually opened up for the Dub Shack's own C Night at Rap Fest. I was wondering, man, what was that experience like opening up for a legendary Long Beach, California individual?
You know, at that point in my career, as you could say, I wasn't even serious. I was just rapping on the and one of their managers was on the bus, and he heard me rapping and just invited me to the studio, and I started going to the studio, and they liked it, and it was just that experience right there was exhilarating in itself because it was just like, dang, okay, I'm actually writing music now and like putting it together, and people actually like it. So that was a dope feeling. So they started having me open up different shows, different venues, and that rap fest was really dope because that was my first time ever performing, and it was in a different state, in a different city, so I got to capture a huge audience.
And I gotta say as well, man, did you actually have the opportunity to chop it up with C Night, like before or after the concert?
Oh yeah. Man, I talked to him in the studio. I talked to him before the concert. I talked to him after. Like their manager was good friends with another manager, and that manager was the one that had caught me on the bus. So you know, I mean, basically, once they did the collision and introduced us, you know, we was in the lab all the time, man. So I got to build a rapport with them, see how they work, man, and catch some tips.
And I gotta say, man, I really think yourself and C Night would do phenomenal on a track together, man. You know what I mean? Get that San Diego and Long Beach, California sound together, man. I think that will be a masterpiece.
Yeah, it definitely would. I agree with you, man. You know what I mean? I'm ready now.
Hey, well, you know what? I got C Night every now and then. Sometimes taps into my radio station, man. You know, because I play their joints. And I got them on Facebook. So if you're listening, C Night, let's make it happen, man. Let's do it.
If he is listening, I want to say, you know, from a 25-year-old me, like I appreciate it, man. You feel me? You know, they was really cool people, man. You know what I mean? It was nothing but love. So I appreciate it.
But when we're still on the topic of concerts, man, I also noticed as well that you were actually planning a West Coast tour. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about that, and of course, what cities do you plan on hitting? Because I know, unfortunately, with the COVID-19 pandemic, that probably put a lot of stops actually in your plans.
Yeah, it did. So basically, if I said specific cities, I got about like 12, 13 cities. I can't name them off the top of my head right now, but that's so far. what I'm trying to do right now is just get more in order to do my tour. But right now it's going good. COVID hasn't really like completely blocked me. It's put some hindrances on a couple of moves I want to do, but it hasn't blocked the movement for the tour. And I'm right now I'm kind of debating on even if I'm willing to hit up house parties or smaller venues. You know what I mean? I just want the West Coast to hear me. So I'm going out there ambitiously.
Hey man, that's a smart thing to do as well. Not a lot of artists really have a mindset like that. A lot of artists are just reaching out and sending their music all over, but you're actually like, you know what? Let's not just send the tracks. Let's actually send myself all across the West Coast, man. So I gotta say that's smart, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
And also, man, I gotta say as well, do you have an idea of who you want to try and bring along with you? Because I obviously nothing's set in stone, but do you have any ideas?
Yeah, I actually do. That's why on the flyer I put TBA. Closer to the day, I'll start revealing. But I got about like 4 local artists, you know, that are willing and down to go. I'm not really putting a time. I mean, I'm not putting a number on how many people can and can't. You know what I mean? So as far as the tour, if anybody hearing this, you know what I mean, tap in with Perry B and secure a slot.
Hey man, most definitely, you already know. And also, man, as well, on January 28th, you actually took part on Talk of the Town, Talk of the Town. I was wondering, man, can you tell us a bit more about that and what transpired at that concert? And one thing I gotta ask, man, because like myself, I'm not a performer, I'm just an interviewer, so was it actually difficult to really perform with the COVID-19 restrictions?
I say not really. I mean, of course, you know, the capacity limit, you can't have as much as you expect or what's normally there. But we make do with how many people we can allow into the building. And basically, it doesn't really hinder too much.
It's completely understandable. Like I wanted to go to a few concerts during COVID-19, but with like, you know, with everything going on, man, I'm not really too worried about getting the COVID, obviously, but I'm a little worried about, you know, paying a couple $100 for a ticket, and next thing you know, we're on another lockdown, right? So it's like I never really experienced it, so I always wondered how you guys did it. Like, was there like plexiglass in between yourself and the fans, or did you guys just say screw it and go ham right on stage?
Get straight to the point. We said screw it, man, and did it. You know, people were welcome to come as they please. We didn't really like have it sectioned off. How you came, you was in there. We were throwing functions and concerts like COVID didn't exist, to be honest. You know, and then so when the restrictions start getting harder and the stage start pressing more of the issue, you know, we start taking it outside. You know, we just had an outside concert and it was amazing. Like the crowd was huge. Everybody came out. It was good music, good company. So, you know, with COVID, we got to work around everything, but we're still making it happen.
And also, man, I noticed as well that you actually did a great amount of work with another talented individual by the name of Banditory Cash. I was wondering, how did yourself and Cash actually meet?
That's my bro, man. You feel me? So it was crazy. And like in middle school, we had met each other's acquaintance, man. You know, and so I can't really explain it, but it has always been a bond, you know. And street terminology, you know, he never switched up, he never changed, he always like remained himself, and I really respected that because, you know, around that time, you know, a lot of people would switch or change their identities to fit somebody else's or make other people around them like them in a sense. But even back then, man, since we was kids, he always just was himself. And I always respected that because that's how I am. I'm just me.
And also, man, right after this interview, I'm actually going to be playing one of the songs that you guys actually did that's actually inspired by the 1995 film Friday with Ice Cube and Chris Tucker, man. I kind of know the story actually behind the song because it's clear as day if you've seen the movie. But what actually made you guys decide to actually do a parody of Friday?
I know it sounds like nonchalant, but like we literally our workflow and our work ethic match. So we were just like in the studio, listening to different clips, just listening to multiple different movie clips. You know what I mean? And it was just an idea that pinged up. I literally asked him like, "Hey, bro, you wanna do a CD based on a Friday?" And he was like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." And so after that, you know, it was easy because it was like we knew what we wanted to do, we knew what we was putting together, and for the whole project, basically, is like this is me and Bando's second project, so we wanted to come a little different, spice things up a little bit. So we used the Friday parody just so that when people listen to the songs and listen to the music, we know the music good. You get what I'm saying? But we also want people to have their reflection of the movie also, because that's a classic movie for me. And I'm pretty sure it's a classic movie for a lot of other Americans out there and non-Americans as well.
Oh man, I gotta say as well, man. First and foremost, rest in paradise to Debo, man. Gone, but most definitely not forgotten.
Definitely, definitely.
But I gotta ask you, man, when we're still on the topic of Friday, man, because of course I'm gonna be playing it here on the radio station, but not everybody can just stick around 24/7 to wait to hear it. So where can our listeners actually purchase themselves a copy of that single if they don't want to wait for it on Outlaw Radio FM?
If you looking to check out the song, right now it's on SoundCloud. I'm gonna give the people a little game, but y'all gotta listen, all right? So right now, you can go to SoundCloud and check out all my music. I recommend people do that because it may not be available forever. So right now, you can go to SoundCloud.com, whether you do the app or go on the internet. When you hit the search bar, type in Perry B. Owens. I'll pop right up, and you can click my profile, and all my musical updates will pop up. You can find me on YouTube. All my music videos are on YouTube. I got about like 17 of them. They're fire. Go check them out. But on YouTube, just type in Perry T. Owens Jr. And click my profile, and all my videos will pop up. A little inside hint for the people: if you are subscribed, you can check out my playlist. On my playlist, I actually got copies of the first 4 projects I did already out. And I also got 2 podcasts I'm running, one called Baby Homies and one called Real Talk. And so basically right now, those are the 2 main hubs you can find my music, and Perry B will be coming on all musical and digital platforms around April or May. I've been getting hit with this question like this whole year. So around April or May, I'll be available on all digital platforms.
And also, man, I noticed as well that actually December of 2020, so this past Christmas, you actually dropped a song titled Jingle Bells, man. I was wondering, because I know I listened to the song, but I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. It gives a new little flavor to the genre of a hip-hop Christmas songs, man. So what actually made you decide to cook up a Christmas song?
To be honest, we all have our feeling, per se, if you want to say that. But me and a couple of my bros, we were just sitting around, and I was looking through my beats, and that beat came on, and we were just messing around at first, you know what I mean? Just like, hey, what if somebody did a song like this? And then it was just like, hey, let's actually do one. So me and my little bro, we knocked the song out and did it. And really, what inspired the song was just really thinking about friends and family that's no longer here or can't be here. And so the whole vibe of the song was really just to give them homage and let them know that even though it's Christmas and they can't be here with us, y'all here with us in spirit.
And also, man, and one of my favorite joints by you, man, that I've been playing like non-stop on my MP3 player, man, is actually a song that you actually did with Little Spanky and Dirty Wineglass featuring titled Southside. I was wondering, man, how did you get connected with those 2 individuals, man? Because your guys' chemistry, all 3 of you guys, is phenomenal during that song.
Thank you, man. We all connected. Town. Studio, you know what I mean? Just seeing each other chopping it up with each other, getting the right vibes, and I mean, you know, we've been rocking since day one. Me and both of them guys. You feel me? So, and then, I mean, man, I can go on for days, man. But the chemistry's amazing, man. I love working with my bros.
And obviously, man, as you already know, we got connected via Trey Boogie over at Boogie's Flavor. You know what I mean? Which is one of the radio station sponsors. And I have to ask you, man, how did yourself and Trey actually hook up, man? Because I've been wondering that, man. Because you both are solid individuals, man. So, how did you guys actually meet?
Thank you. You know, the power of social media, man, is important. He's been checking me out. It started off with friend requests like it always do, man. You know, he checking me out, always giving me words of encouragement, giving me pointers on words of advice. I'm sitting back, just soaking them in. I'm just like, dang, man, like, it's some real love right here. You know, this dude tapping in with me and giving me pointers and advice. And so just as time goes on, we start seeing that we know mutual people. A lot of people I know him, and same vice versa. And one day, man, Trey Boogie tapped in with me, man. I was just like, hey, I want to help you. And that blew my mind a little bit because, you know, most of the time people help you out and they want something back in return, or most of the time people do things with hidden agendas, and like it's been genuine and real from the jump. Like, he really just tapped in with me, man. Was like, hey, I've been watching you and I want to help you. So every little avenue that he can, he's been making opportunities for me because he know I'm gonna get up and go make the best of them.
And I gotta say, man, that right there sums up exactly how Trey Boogie is, man. Just a down-to-earth, solid individual, man. You don't find a lot of cats like that in the music industry, man. They're really scarce to come by.
True. He's a good dude, man, for real.
But also, man, I notice as well that aside from your music tip of things here for a minute, you also have your own Perry B Life Movement merchandise available, man. I was wondering, what kind of merch do you have? And, of course, where can our listeners actually snag ourselves some?
Okay. Right now, while I build everything, I'm asking everybody get at me through social media. I got Facebook, IG, Snapchat, Twitter. I'll give everybody the names right now, but just to gist up the point, like tapping with me through social media and placing an order. I got custom-made hats. I got beanies. I got shirts. I got Life Movement shirts, man. I got sweaters. I can print out my album covers. I make masks, you know, since it's cold bad, of course. And, you know, I got CDs for sale. And I got a few magazines for sale, too, if people want copies for, like, antique reasons. But I got merch, man, you know, and I got more to come.
And also, man, I gotta ask you, Perry, is there anything I actually missed during this interview? Anything else you still want to talk about or promote while we still have you here live on the Canadian airwaves?
I just want to say thank you to all my fans and supporters and my loved ones, man. You know, y'all make me feel great and make me want to keep going and keep giving y'all what y'all want, man. And for people who don't know me, check me out. I'm definitely worth a listen. And basically just be on the lookout this year. You know, I got 4 more projects dropping soon. So y'all just be on the lookout, man. I always got something going on, so just stay tuned and stay tapped in.
But also, Perry, this is the time in the interview, man, that I give a chance for the individual that slides into the radio station airwaves. Just a chance to give shout-outs to whomever they want to give shout-outs to. But also, man, your social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you and stay locked in everything Perry B if they're not already doing so.
Okay, bet. I'll go ahead and give you all my social media. So my SoundCloud, like I told y'all, is Perry B. Owens. My Snapchat is at PB_UNO59. My Twitter account is at Perry B. Uno. My IG is at PB Uno. My Facebook, you know, is Perry T. Owens Jr. And that's the same name for my YouTube, Perry T. Owens Jr. And if you don't have any of these apps, I do have WhatsApp, and the phone number for that is 619-508-1068.
And I gotta say, Perry, thank you so much, man, for just taking the time out of your busy evening and coming on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM. It was an honor and most definitely a privilege, man, and I hope down the line we can make this happen again sometime soon.
I feel the exact same way, DJ Immortal, man. I appreciate you, bro. And yeah, we definitely got to do something else. So just, stay tapped in with me, bro.
Hey, man, most definitely. You already know we're connected via social media. You got my phone number as well, so if you need anything, don't hesitate to hit me up, man. I got you.
Yes, sir. Same vice versa. Thank you.
You're most certainly welcome, brother. Have yourself a wonderful night.
You too, man. Go.